I'm Beatriz Pisano, and from Aluna Theatre we bring you Radio Aluna Theatre. An exciting new series of stories by artists and pioneers of Latin Canadian theatre. Este podcast también está disponible en español. This is the second part of our presentation of Leo by Rosa Labordé. The story so far: Leo, Isolda, and Rodrigo are childhood friends. Leo is a young poet. He says his father has disappeared in the Bermuda Triangle. He lives with his blind mother. Rodrigo is passionate about politics, and he is very involved in the social process his country is going through. Isolda is very good at stealing. She and Rodrigo are a couple. As the three friends become teenagers, they don't see eye to eye on everything. As we begin, the Unidad Popular, a large coalition of left-wing parties, has enormous support and is gathering strength as a movement. Their presidential candidate, Salvador Allende, promises a peaceful transition to socialism in Chile.
This is the moment in time. Before consequences, before guilt, before the spine begins to curve down shorter inch by inch, every day till death eats the bone. Before the reality of regret, missed opportunities, stifled talent, and squandered love cast every daybreak a different shade of sad. This is youth. Anything is possible.
Ever the poet.
How long have you been standing there?
Long enough.
So I'm there, standing, and he's there, standing, looking at me, just looking. The thing about Rodrigo, the winning thing, is his ability to be solid and vacant in the same breath. But when he looks at you, just looks, I am special. And then I remember, no, I'm not. You just gonna stand there staring at me?
I make you uncomfortable?
No, you don't make me uncomfortable.
Men who don't like to be looked at frequently have something to hide.
What you see is what you get.
I brought you this hat.
Thanks.
There's this march all the way to the presidential palace for popular unity, for solidarity.
Sounds life-changing, but I'm not much of a marcher.
No?
No.
What are you then?
I think you're a hat person.
I think so too.
This one is so Neruda-esque.
It is. I love that. Not that I'm imitating.
Of course not.
Could I do a cowboy hat?
Fun.
Sombrero?
Yuck. Bolero.
Yes.
My dad has one. I'll take it for you.
Thanks. You should wear your hair down.
You think so?
Try it. Yes. Beautiful, older, sensual.
Wow.
Exactly.
I wish it were longer.
It's nice like this. Put this scarf on. Very European.
Oh, Rodrigo would die if he heard this conversation.
Insignificant and banal.
It is.
Not everything can be all important all the time.
It can't. And this is important in a way. Hats, hair.
In the world, there are hats and there is hair.
It's true.
And wars.
And shoes.
Cafes in Paris.
All of it.
We have to live in the world.
From a distance, Rodrigo sees Leo and Isolda, but they don't see him.
I mean, lipstick.
Yes. Lipstick.
Look, it's the cross of the South. It's so bright tonight.
Beautiful enough to make you believe in Jesus.
You don't believe in Jesus?
I believe he was unjustly nailed to a cross. I don't believe in Jesus as God, but having a star-clustered cross hanging in our sky to remind us of the cruelty of man, I believe in.
That's beautiful.
It is. Isolda, you are my cross.
What, like your cross to bear?
No, like my religion. You keep me pure.
Well, then call me your religion, not your cross. Religion is romantic. Cross is cross. And we needn't be so pure, you know. Not all the time, anyhow.
I know.
Do you?
Shh, enjoy the stars.
I'm just saying.
I know what you're saying.
What is pure?
Good?
Pure evil is good?
You know what I mean.
What you mean is inaccurate. Purity can't be qualified, it just is.
That's one way to look at it.
With words, there is only one way. You either accept the definition or you don't. Pure is unadulterated. It can't be good or bad.
Okay, then.
So, conforming to an ideal because you believe it to be good when your instinct tells you opposite would be impure. Don't you agree? Soli?
Not all instincts are good, so no, I do not agree.
Who said anything about good? I'm talking pure.
Then I would rather be good than pure.
Really?
Wouldn't you?
No, I wouldn't.
You always want to play the bad guy, but you're not, you know.
I know.
Come here, Soli.
I'm still here. Waves tongue my skin until I am the water. The wet, the salt, hold shrieking organs in quivering skin. I would open my mouth and swallow you whole. Break your hips 'cause you asked me. It is too hard to live without complete obliteration, so take me. Behind the door, the sea crashing through your pelvis. Smash me inside out. Teeth, tongue, take me. Under the moon, in the dark. If I'm wanted, taken, broken, then I exist. If I'm destroyed, I exist.
Where are you?
Isolda.
A few days later, Isolda is meeting Rodrigo, but runs into Leo instead. It is early evening.
Oh, I was looking for Rodrigo. He's meeting me here.
He told me to tell you he can't. He's really sorry.
Oh. Okay. I guess I'll...
Stay. Walk with me.
Sure.
Your hands are so small.
See.
Is he as pure as he says he is?
What?
Is he?
Is he what?
Is he?
Yes.
Are you?
Am I what?
Are you?
I'm...
I thought so.
Don't.
And that makes you happy?
It's people like Rodrigo who make a difference in the world. It's people like Rodrigo who take care of the people who can't take care of themselves.
Like he does for you? You don't need him to take care of you, Soli. You can take care of yourself.
Everybody needs somebody.
Want and need are very different.
It's so green suddenly.
Spring.
I looked outside my bedroom window yesterday, and just like that, there were leaves. I totally missed it. The burst.
The crackling of the twigs as the buds broke the bark.
I've been too busy hating my mother, examining my pores, loving artichokes, fearing death. Do you fear death?
It's moronic to fear the inevitable.
It's all moronic, really. What will I be? Will it be good enough? Endless lists, thoughts, mothers, pores, lust, marriage, God for God's sake, God. The only thing left to do is panic. And I do. And 1,000,000 baby leaves are born outside my bedroom window while a baby dies of malnutrition 5 miles away. But how would I know because my face is in a paper bag and I'm dying to catch my breath? Thank God for Rodrigo. Thank God there are the Rodrigos in the world. Imagine what would happen if there was just you and me.
I do.
Shh.
What makes you happy, Isolda?
Nothing makes me happy. I am happy. I'm a very cheerful person, Leo.
Let's go to Viña del Mar.
Now?
Now. We'll take your mother's car.
I definitely do not have permission to do that.
Lie. Say you're out saving the world.
My mother will say, why don't you save your bedroom? It looks just as bad.
Don't tell her. Just steal the car. You're the queen of thieving.
It's true. I am. It's my only gift.
We'll drink a bottle of cheap champagne on the beach.
No champagne. I refuse to drink bubbles. One should never drink air.
Wine, then.
Leo.
I prefer the leaves falling.
To growing, you mean?
Do you think the flowers mind when the bees suck their pollen?
I didn't ever think of it.
Or is it easy and soft like leaves falling? The bee comes and the flower gently gives herself up.
That, I think, because honey is so sweet.
Yes.
I hate this time of day.
Between day and night?
The sadness.
The evening out. The universe prepares us for a darker place.
I don't like it.
It's life.
Not mine.
You'd rather watch your life happen from inside your bedroom window.
No.
No?
I wouldn't.
Prove it.
Rodrigo,
believes we should share the wealth.
we shouldn't.
Men shouldn't sleep with sheep, but they still do it.
Ugh.
There are a lot of things in this world that we know we shouldn't do. Killing, thieving, committing adultery.
What exactly constitutes adultery?
And I know that hoping for a world without violence or crime is unrealistic. But a world where we feel the weight of a child starving in our streets as deeply as if we'd lodged a bullet in her temple, that I can hope for. A man can fuck a sheep, but he'd better hate himself hard in the morning. This is the best country in the world. We are the first to ever democratically elect a socialist president. We are a shining example of what is possible when people come before profits, when peace comes before power. Some call us the beautiful dreamers. I call us courageous. And all of us gathered here, a youth group like no other, we cannot help but be filled with Salvador Allende's words. To be young and not be revolutionary is a contradiction in terms.
He's amazing.
Isn't he?
Rodrigo walks down from the podium. Isolda tries to kiss him, but he turns his face away, so she kisses him on the cheek.
We're going to rebuild the slum houses that were destroyed by the rainstorm. Are you coming?
Of course.
The kind of work you could do forever, I imagine.
It is meaningful.
Earthquake comes, rubble all around, in come the saviors, build it up again. And everybody cries, yay! Quiet, quiet. Then a big storm comes, rubble all around, in come the saviors, yay! Quiet. Lightning strikes, rubble all around. I mean, I knew life could be pointless, but you make it look so beautiful, like a dog chasing its own tail.
Did I do something? Is there something you need to say, Leo?
No? No?
Is something wrong?
Wrong? Wrong. One twitch of libido and I will be...
Don't do that.
What?
That thing where your eyes glaze over and you're thinking poems or whatever. It's... really.
Maybe their houses were destroyed for a reason. Maybe things happen for a reason and we don't know why. Maybe some people are rich and some people are poor, and that's just life. And who are we to question it?
Leo!
You go ahead with everyone. I'll be there in a minute. I know what you believe in, Leo. And I know that you make the right choices, so I won't bother telling you what they are because I know that you know.
I think the rain destroyed their houses because God wants them to die.
No.
That's what I think.
Well, what you think is wrong. God is not responsible for our housing situations. That is the responsibility of the people. And if there was an equitable share of the profits that this country itself garners, human beings would never be expected to live in rusted shacks that offer no shelter from any shifts in weather whatsoever. And since you bring up God, I will state simply that God gave us the ability to choose how we treat ourselves and our fellow citizens with only a simple guideline. Treat thy neighbors as thyself, which turns out to be much more difficult than it looks on paper.
So you're sharing an office now?
What?
You and God?
Yeah, I take mornings, he takes evenings, and the devil's there all night long.
You want me to think for myself, but only if I think like you.
I just want you to be honest about what you really think. Think of your mother. I've seen how you care for your mother. This isn't you.
No, me is busy picking out her clothes for her, taking her on walks, reading to her, telling her what color the yarn she's knitting with is. It's hard enough to see with your eyes open. Imagine having to describe it all the time.
Leo.
Go.
You do. You describe all the time. And
You have somewhere to be.
I just want to understand you. Your
words imprison my emotions so they don't eat me alive.
And because you help your mother, there's no room for anyone else?
Because I don't want to. Because there's more to living a life than making sure everybody else has a good one.
More what?
More, Rodrigo.
More what?
I think I heard a nail breaking wood. Homes for the homeless are being erected as we speak, and
There would be so much more time for more if everybody did just a little bit. If everybody just thought of the consequences to people, to humanity, before they...
Everybody won't.
But if everybody did...
But everybody won't.
We have hope.
That's all there is.
Maybe you just don't get it.
Enlighten me. Why would anyone be a Marxist?
A socialist.
Because my grandfather was a founding member of the Socialist Party.
Of course, socialism is hereditary.
No, but values are.
Is this the grandfather who beats your grandmother?
Not anymore.
His values took hold finally?
She kicked him out finally, and now she lives with us. You're poking me, Leo.
I'm not poking you.
You are. Why? Does it make you feel better to point out that I descend from a long line of...
Socialism and you. That was the conversation. We seem unable to avoid your...
So one of the founding members of the Socialist Party was a wife beater. Is that allowed?
I was wondering.
Now look what you've done. Poked a hole right into me. Can good people be bad? Can bad people be good? Let's have sex.
Why?
You know why.
It's not a good reason.
You can't just take me apart. You have to put me back together.
Put yourself together.
Impossible.
There is one purpose for sex.
Babies.
No. Pleasure.
Pleasure me, Leo.
How do you feel?
Surprisingly together. Well adjusted and at peace.
What do you want?
I want you to want me.
I want you.
Good.
I want you to touch me. I want you here. I want you turned over, and when I have finished licking you from behind and you've moaned your last moan, I want the whole night over again with somebody else.
Leo.
¿Qué?
You just said Rodrigo.
No.
You did. You just said Rodrigo while you were...
I didn't.
I heard.
I'd know. Believe me.
I believe it. It's only speculation now, but so many don't support Allende, especially with the nationalization of copper and... God, if only they could see, but... Well, do you think it's possible? Betrayal from the inside, from those he trusts?
Anything is possible.
How much higher do you want to climb?
This is good.
What a view.
This is what I should be writing about.
It's a beautiful city.
It's a beautiful world.
For some, if they're lucky.
I know.
But for some, your father was unlucky. Disappeared.
In the Bermuda Triangle. Yes.
Triangles can be dangerous things.
So can politicians. Do you have a cigarette?
I don't smoke.
Don't know what you're missing.
Lung cancer?
Right.
You and Soli,
Is that a question?
what are you doing with her?
Everything you won't.
I come in peace, amigo.
Not jealous? Not a little bit destroyed?
What would that do for me?
It must be difficult. Gets everything he wants, wins every game he plays, but he can't keep his girl.
He could if he wanted to.
But there's something he wants more.
We plan on marrying.
I plan on nothing. You never know what's just around the corner.
We've planned it for years.
You must be very proud.
Pride has nothing to do with it.
No?
Why are you looking at me like that?
What kind of man are you?
I beg your pardon?
Just thought you had bigger balls than...
What? Will you insult my manhood?
What? Will you defend it?
I'm getting close.
Fire away.
I don't need to drop to your level.
You're not better than me.
It's not a competition.
Yes, it is.
I should go. I have an early morning tomorrow.
Of course you do. Saving beautiful children one thatched roof at a time. Changing their painfully simple lives, no doubt.
Stop it.
Make me.
I have better ways to spend my energy.
You do not.
Get off me.
From a distance, we're ordinary. Just two young men walking home from the park. I walk into my house. My mother sits by the radio knitting a scarf identical to the one I lost in the park in the rain with Isolda. The radio is on, and Salvador Allende fills the airwaves. I am politically passionless, but even still, I am not immune to the call of his voice. It sounds like Rodrigo.
And that is the end of part 2 of Leo by Rosa Labordé. Stay tuned for part 3. On this episode, you heard Augusto Bitter as Leo, Arlene Aguayo Stewart as Isolda, and Carlos González Billo as Rodrigo, and Francesca Centelli as Leo's mother. Direction by Carlos Diaz. Original sound design by Thomas Ryder Payne. New music by Marcelo Puente. Production, editing, and additional sound design by Charles Ketchba and Adam Mickman. Translation and script coordination by Bruce Gibbons-Fell. Season 1 theme music by Brandon Valdivia. Radio Aluna Theatre is produced by Aluna Theatre with the support from the Metcalfe Foundation, the City of Toronto, the Canada Council for the Arts, the Ontario Arts Council, the Toronto Arts Council, and Playwrights Workshop Montreal's Glasgow Translation Residency in Tadoussac. Aluna Theatre is Beatriz Pisano and Trevor Schwellnus, with Sue Ballant and Gian Amis. For more information about Aluna, visit us at alunatheatre.ca. Follow Aluna Theatre on Twitter or Instagram, or just like us on Facebook. And this March, from the 7th to the 24th, join us at Theatre Pas Muraille for the premiere of Chicho, a new play written and performed by Augusto Bitter, who you've just heard voicing Leo in this radio production. For more information about Chicho and for tickets, visit alunatheatre.ca. See you there.